going on, YouTube? This your boy, a trucker named Jay, checking in. I'm in a great mood. I don't know why, I just in a great mood. So the blizzard passed over. Okay, woke up, sat for about 2 hours. They opened the roads about 12 noon Mountain Time. Roads was very, very well done. If anybody from the Colorado cleanup state, whatever it's called, very well done. Those roads were beautiful. It was clear skies. You'd have never known it was a fucking 12-hour blizzard the night before. I mean, it was, if anybody who drove through Colorado today being Monday the 21st on 70, you wouldn't even known it was a blizzard there had you had not been there the day before. You know what I'm saying? But so we got to Denver. We dropped that load. Got about 1,800 miles off of that. The next driver will be able to deliver it tomorrow and then head towards Cali, so they'll still be able to get about 1,000 miles on it. So I got this load headed to Salt Lake City, and we started heading up 25, man, and we got to this Petro, and lo and behold, we look at Wyoming, and it's black ice, strong winds, low visibility. And you know, I could have attempted, the roads aren't shut down, but I'm just not about that life. Call me what you want. You ain't a real truck driver. Hey man, I guess so, but I got a family to go home to, and it don't matter how real of a truck driver I am if I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, life insurance is cool and all, but life insurance don't raise my son. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't play games when it comes to that. I'm very, as I'm sure D-Raj will joke, I'm very touchy about driving through Wyoming. I don't know what it is about Wyoming that rubs me the wrong way, but I'm very, you know, it has to be, I ain't gonna say the perfect setting, but one, I rarely drive through Wyoming at night this time of the year. I mean, the only time I'm driving through Wyoming at night is summer and spring, even fall, because, you know, Wyoming is just a different beast. I don't know what it is about Wyoming. I don't know what kind of juju it got, but Wyoming is just something I don't play with. You can joke me for it, I ain't crashed in Wyoming like a lot of people have. So obviously I'm doing something right, you dig? But anyways, that's the update. What I wanted to get into in this video is I want to talk about how you get extra money at Swift Transportation. How do you hustle? How do you, you know, not just be a regular steering wheel holder that just basic ass shit. And what I want to talk about is the driver ranking. I'm going to talk about the driver ranking system. The driver ranking system is something that Swift developed to compensate drivers who are basically doing the job better than what they're supposed to. Holding them to Swift hosts that are trying to get to a point where they're holding their drivers to higher expectations, especially with night coming in. But for those drivers who are exceeding those expectations that Swift wants, they get compensated anywhere from a half a penny to 8 cents a mile. And for those who have been in trucking, you know, long enough, you know that adds up very quickly. So, but before I get into that, I just want to say, for me personally, the way I get my extra money with Swift, man, I'm not afraid to speak up for myself. When you come to these mega carriers, this is going to be a lengthy video, by the way. When you come to these mega carriers, you got to understand one thing. It's a mega carrier. It's a lot of other drivers who got families just like yours who are trying to feed those families. So they trying to do everything they can to get every extra mile that they can get. So if you coming out here and you just want to fall in line and you just going, you know, mosey on along, don't expect to get no check over $1,100 to $1,200. Don't expect to get miles over 1,500 miles so low. You know, and don't complain when you don't get it, because you're not doing what you need to do. You're not talking to planners. You're not talking to customer service. You're not talking to shippers. You're not talking to receivers. You're just doing the basic ass shit. So guess what? You're going to get a basic ass check. And that's just the way it is. People come to mega carriers forgetting that it's mega carriers. You cannot come to a mega carrier expecting a mom and pop type environment. It just does not work like that. If you have a company that you feel does that for you, stay there because you have a great situation. But when you have a company this big, you have to be the one who is just like a student in the front of the class. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to kiss no ass, but you got to let them know that you're there. That's just what it is. So that's what I do. I always call. I send all my macros. If I don't get a response in a certain time, I send another macro. If I don't get a response, I'm calling. I may not always get my driver leader, but whoever pick up the phone, I'm on them. If they can't do nothing for me, or put me on the phone with somebody who. And a lot of times, when they see your record like mine, and my 100% on time delivery, my no preventable accidents, my great utilization score, my great safety risk analysis score, me now being a gold, was shout out to me because I just became a gold ranking. I had been silver for a while, because what happened was when I left, they counted that time against me. So I was silver for a little while, but I just got the gold, and I'm actually not that far from platinum, my understanding. So I'm gonna get into that in a little while, what all that means. But when you have a ranking of like a gold or a platinum or especially diamond, you get treated better. If they look at your record and you got a bad risk analysis score and you a bronze driver, they're gonna brush you right along because they don't believe in you. But if you call and if you a platinum driver, you getting that attention. Best believe that shit matters. And I've seen it. I've seen the difference. You know, a lot of times I don't even have to. I don't have to call for lows like that anymore. If anything, I've been calling lately just because I was trying to get to a specific area. But you know, they've been shooting me low. I turned down a 1,400 mile load to Illinois when I was in Denver. I turned down a load to Nevada. I did turn down a couple of nice loads, but because I'm trying to get to this mentor class, you know, I'm just like, no disrespect, but this is what I'm trying to do. So, but I don't want to make this video too long, even though I know it's going to be long. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next section of the video, which is going to talk about the driver ranking. As you can see right here, you see where I'm a gold driver. Woo! And hopefully I'll be platinum soon. And so let's explain to you what that means, and let's do some calculations as to translate how that affects your pocket. So let's go ahead to the next part of the video. All right, here we are. This is the scale for the driver ranking bonuses offered here at Swift Transportation. This is actually a book that was given at orientation. For those that are going to come to Swift, you'll get it. And it's just your orientation workbook that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. I greatly recommend that you hold on to it after orientation, whether you're coming in as an experienced driver or a brand new driver. There's a lot of stuff in here that will prevent a lot of headache and prevent a lot of having to wait on the phone for 5 to 10 minutes trying to get in contact with somebody at Swift. All right. So as you can see here, this is bronze. Bronze is all drivers start off as bronze. Okay. Let me see if I can focus in on this. Basically, if you can't read that, that says all drivers that do not meet one of all these, meet one or all of the rankings. Basically, what it's in a nutshell. I just talk. That just sounded crazy. Everybody starts off as bronze. Is basically what that's saying. So that's a half a penny. How do you cut a penny in half? I have no idea, but it's a half a penny. And what happens with your driver ranking bonus is that it pays out every quarter, unless you come in the middle of a quarter, then it'll pay out every week, you know, of that quarter until you get to the end of the quarter. That's the way it was told to me. So bronze is just you showed up to work. So all you gotta do is show up to work, drive whatever, you know, minimum miles, very minimum miles, and you know, now you are getting a half a penny for all those miles. Silver. Now silver is you're trying to actually do a little work. And what silver is, I don't know why my camera isn't. Hold on, let me wipe the screen. Make it a little clearer. Oh, it's not the camera, it's the actual book itself. The book actually is blurry. That's different. But basically with silver, it's 1 cent, and it's no more than 1 preventable crash, 97.5 on-time delivery. For a solo driver, you have to average 1,846 miles a week. Very easy to do. Very easy to do. You can do that and go home on the weekends, really. But if I'm not mistaken, these are for OTR drivers. Any type of dedicated situation, I believe you do not qualify for the driver ranking bonus. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe. As a mentor, 2,850, and as a teen, 3,693. Anybody who's experienced or knows better knows that these are very, very easy numbers to hit, even on a bad week. Okay. Next step up, gold. Now with gold, you get an extra 4 cents a mile, and that's no more than 1 preventable crash, 98.5% on-time delivery. Solo, you have to do 1,962 miles. Mentor, you have to average 3,000 miles. And teen, you have to average 3,924. Now, this doesn't, the way that this goes is that if you, let's say, for me, I had to work my way back up to gold because I left. So for the time that I left, they counted it against me. So I had to, do a certain amount over, the 1,962 to, get my way back up there. Still is not bad, man. I'm averaging about 2,500 miles a week, which is very, over almost 400, 500 miles over that. Okay. And understand too, man, this right here, it's so blurry. It's horrible. The 98.5% on time, you should never be late. Never. And when I say that, it physically, yes, you may be late, but in the system, as long as you are sending your macro 22, you're setting your PT8 ETAs the way you're supposed to, it should never be a situation where you should be late. If stuff happens, you send your macro 22, they push the delivery date back, and you should be good. Platinum, which is what I'm trying to get to next. 0 preventable crashes, 99.5 on time pickup and delivery, 2,077 miles a week. For solo, 3,125 for mentor, and 4,154 for a team. Now these are the numbers that, that's still not bad to average. Because right now I'm not averaging that, so I can't say it's easy. But you can come out straight out of orientation as a platinum driver. That's what my last student Will did. He's platinum, and last time I talked to him, and it's just, the thing about platinum is that you just have to stay consistent with your weeks. If you have a bad week, it's easy to slip from platinum to gold. You know what I'm saying? And so right now I'm gold, and I'm trying to get my average, which, should be very soon here, get my average up to platinum. So, yeah. And then diamond. Diamond is the guys that you see in the Swift trucks that have the diamond on the side. It look like the Superman emblem. And basically, in order to do that, you just have to be platinum for, I want to say, 3 years. And you get an extra 8 cents. Yeah, you get an extra 8 cents. So, I know what you guys are thinking. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually can equals out to a lot of money. And we're going to get into that here shortly in the next part of the video, talking about how this stuff adds up to more money in your pocket. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to do the calculation for each individual ranking and kind of show you what it equals up to. So the first one we're going to do is silver, which is 1,846 miles. We're going to multiply that by 13 because that's how many weeks are in a quarter. It gives you 23,998 miles. So we're going to take that and we're going to multiply that by 0.1 cent, which is 1 cent, which gives you $239, which you'll make as a silver ranking driver. Next, we're going to do let's do gold. So we're going to do 1,962 miles, and then we're going to multiply it by 13, and then I'm supposed to do about 4 cents. I think I kind of messed up here. I think I put 4 or something like that, and it's going to give you some crazy big number. For the record, you don't make any type of money like that. So let's do that over. $1,962. We're going to multiply by 13 weeks, and then we're going to multiply that by 0.4, and that is $1,020 that you can make extra as a gold ranking driver a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do next is, because I forgot to do the bronze, which is a half a penny, and I know some people are going to want to know, even though bronze isn't something that you should shoot for. So we're going to go back and do the 1,846. We're going to multiply by the 13. And then after we multiply by 13, we're going to do it by the 1 cent, times it by 1 cent. And then we're going to divide it by 2. And that's what you'll make a quarter. You want to do better than that. You want to be a better driver than that. You want to, you know, make more money than that for your family. So come out here if you're going to be an OTR driver. Hustle. Just like I said, let's hustle. Next is platinum, 2,077 miles. We're going to multiply that by 13. And then we're going to multiply by 5 cents. And as a platinum solo driver, this is what you have an opportunity to make. A quarter extra just for doing your job. Just for doing your job. That's it. So all you got to do is do your job and do it well. Diamond, that's big boy status. You won't get to this before 3 years, but if you stay here long enough to get to that, this is what you can possibly make. Times it by 13, times it by 8, $2,160 extra a quarter for being a great driver at Swift. That's not bad, man. You times that by 4, that's an extra $8,640 a year on top of whatever your salary is. Now, what I wanted to do is, because I'm striving to be a platinum mentor, so what I did was I went and did the 3,125 miles that is required to be a platinum driver as a mentor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to times that by 13, and then I'm going to multiply that by the 5 cent, and what we're going to get after that, times it times 5, is going to be $2,031 is what I can possibly make extra as a company mentor, as a platinum, and that's what I can make extra a year as a company mentor platinum. So there you go. We're back. All right, so if you still watching this video this long, I know this has been one of my longer videos ever. You've seen what you have to do to get to certain rankings, and you see what it pays out. Now, I did everything based off of solo driver except for my situation as a mentor and as far as platinum. But if you want to go back and pause the video at different parts to get a better understanding and do your own math, that's just something that, you know, I just wanted to do it solo because a lot of people don't want to be mentors. A lot of people aren't teaming. So, but it's money to be made here at Swift, man. People talk a lot of shit about Swift. Swift paying money. I mean, I'm making 41 cents on the West, 42 cents on the East. When I go to 2 years experience, it'll be 42 on the West, 43 on the East. You add into that the money I can possibly make as a platinum driver, plus you add on extra stuff like stop pay, detention pay, layover, plus you add into the fact I'm going to be a mentor, getting all miles paid. It's a nice pretty penny, man. I can make, you know, I don't want to put no number on it because I don't want people to hold expectations, but just know I know company mentors making over $100,000. If you don't believe me, ask around, because I don't want to put people's business out there. Certain groups that I'm a part of on Facebook that are secret organizations, so it ain't for everybody, but people share sensitive information in there that they wouldn't share anywhere else. So it's been proven to me, put it like that. So it's money at Swift, man. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It all depends on how bad do you want it, what are you willing to do for it, and are you going to hustle for it? You going to talk about it, you going to be about it. Remember, it's 2018. We tired of talking, man. It's time to start putting shit into place. It's time to start, you know, taking action towards what we trying to get out of life. You know what I mean? So, but as always, stay safe, stay positive, productive. I greatly appreciate you watching the video. If you watched it this long, as always, deuces.